It's been a few months since my previous Scary Moments video, and since then I've remembered a few more things that scared me as a kid. Since it's Halloween, I figured it's a perfect time to talk about some more scary stuff. Like my other video, I'll be talking about stuff that scared me, and I was a weird kid. I love Nightmare Before Christmas, but I hated a puppet from a toddler show. I tried to come up with things on this list that other YouTubers have probably never talked about, so I hope you learned about something new and unsettling. Let's go! It's the freak phone. On my previous list, I talked about 2 episodes of Spongebob, but since then, I remembered 2 other Spongebob related things that weirded me out. One is from the episode Nightlight. In this episode, Spongebob is afraid of the dark. When I was a kid, I was also afraid of the dark. There's one scene specifically where Spongebob looks inside of a dark freezer and this face flies out from it. This really freaked me out because I used to have a lot of nightmares about darkness and white faces chasing me, so it's as if they put my nightmares into an episode. The face is one of the show's writers, though Tom Kenny's laughter plays over it. I was gonna call this a newer episode, but it actually came out over 10 years ago. I was 8 years old at that time. Another scary thing is from a Spongebob PC game, Operation Krabby Patty. In this game, there's a mini game where you go jellyfishing, and one of the jellyfish was "Oh my goodness!" Yeah, again keeping with the trend of creepy faces. I hated that. This is a jellyfish called Big Lenny, who only ever appeared in a drawing in one episode. So why'd they put him in this game? I don't know. Probably to freak kids out. Mission accomplished. He actually looks really similar to the evil piano from Beauty and the Beast, which I talked about on my last scary video. Maybe when the piano died, it was reincarnated as a jellyfish. I don't have much to say about this one because it's been years since I've watched the movie, but Ants is horrifying. There's that war scene, there's these bees, the color palette's so dark, and every character just looks unsettling. I remember I watched this movie on VHS a lot, but I never had any idea what was actually going on in it. I was just mesmerized by its strange visuals. I hated Bugs as a kid. I watched Bugs Life a lot too, but I wasn't really scared of that movie. I feel Bugs Life is deliberately more kid-friendly than Ants. The crew behind Ants just did whatever the heck they wanted. Speaking of bugs, the Bugs Life ride at Disney World scared the heck out of me too. I went to Disney World this past summer, and honestly I can completely see why it scared me. Like, who thought this was a good idea? All the steam and buzzing sound effects are so loud, it goes completely pitch black for almost a minute. What were they thinking? What do kids hate? Darkness, bugs, loud noises. Cool, let's put that all in a ride. It will not traumatize anyone. This is a bit abstract, but when YouTube started, it really scared me. The first video I ever knew about was Ghost Car. I never watched it, I just remember my mom always warning me not to watch it if my sister ever asked me to. My sister showed it to her friends all the time, so I would just hear screams and I had no idea what was happening. The video is a simple jump scare. You watch a car drive, then suddenly a zombie lady screams at you. Another early video I discovered was Charlie the Unicorn. I never watched the full thing as a kid because there was blood at one part, but I watched most of the video, and I was really unsettled by it. Like, there's hardly any music or sound effects, the visuals are really strange and surreal. You could just tell something scary was gonna happen, and young me did not like that. Just watch a bit of it, especially at low quality, it's just strangely unsettling.
Candy Mountain! Candy Mountain, Charlie! Yeah, Charlie! We're going to Candy Mountain!
As I got older and actually adapted to enjoying dark humor, I began to love these videos. Plus, they just get sillier with each new one. I was also disturbed by the early videos made by Danebo, who later created the annoying orange. Again, weird faces are scary. Also, there were all those old SpongeBob parodies and Mario blooper videos that were really freaky to me because I had no idea they were fan-made things. It really confused me, I thought they were real. There's one specific scene in a Mario one where Mario and Toad got arrested, and something about it is so off-putting to me still, and I don't really know why. These videos are just so weird.
Luigi!
I was afraid of white faces and bugs. We all know that by now. But there's one last scary character I forgot to mention before. I was really upset that I left this guy out of my previous video, but another character who really scared me was...
Maybe Spiderus didn't hear the ball.
Whose ball is this?
This is Spiderus from Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. This was a series on Nick Jr. about bugs and sharing and caring and all that stuff. Spiderus was the grouchy neighbor character who was always being bothered by the kids. He was definitely designed to be scary. Like, why is his whole mouth bloody red? And his voice is really threatening too.
What's all the racket? Lunch.
Please, Spiderus, don't eat me. I'm right in the middle of a good deed.
But...
Wait, crap, this is like a YouTube poop clip. I can't find any real ones. Even though this was a baby show, I avoided watching it as a kid. Unlike Luna from Bear in the Big Blue House, who appeared in every episode, you never knew when Spiderus' chiseled face would curse your TV screen. He really seems like a Disney villain or something. Wait, oh, he's voiced by Frollo. No way, that's like my favorite Disney movie, okay. Yeah, I like him now. Wait, oh gosh, he had a kid? Oh, ew. I know I used this joke in my last video, but...
Looks like your baby's just fine. No defects
Babe,
at all.
Hear that?
Just really ugly. Like, don't have another kid.
Now, number one isn't something that's necessarily outright scary. It's just something that's really surreal to me and, well, I'll never really have another reason to talk about it. The Wiggles Space Dancing is an animated movie based on the Wiggles. The Wiggles are a children's band who had their own TV series that was made up of multiple segments that focused on different characters. This was the first and probably only animated movie for the series, and I think you can see why.
Really ugly. Like, don't have another.
And not only is it ugly, it's just weirdly unsettling sometimes. The pacing of the story is really weird. The Wiggles keep visiting random disconnected planets, and it keeps cutting back to Earth with these aliens flirting with cows.
We come as friends. You have beautiful eyes.
All the planets have faces, the backgrounds are very barren, and some of the voice acting is bizarre. It's just so weird.
Next stop, planet Teeny Weeny. Repeat, the planet Teeny Weeny.
No problem. No problem.
I specifically remember these crazy frog-looking dudes at the end weirding me out. They trap people on their planet and force them to be sad. But of course the Wiggles sing a happy song and save them from gloom. The Wiggles were out of fuel when they landed, so they take fuel from other trapped ships and leave the planet. But what happened to the people from those ships? This special is creepy in a way that I can't really put into words. It needs to be seen to be believed. It's especially weird if you aren't familiar with the Wiggles at all. So if you want to be uncomfortable and confused, give this movie a watch. You'll probably regret it. Speaking of Wiggles, there's also a really creepy puppet music video, but I didn't watch it as a kid. And that's all for this list. Hopefully you thought I shared some unique stuff. Let me know what sorts of stuff scared you as a kid, and oh, look out, Spiderus is behind you! I'm just kidding. Spiderus isn't